Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of Clockwork in London. I'm going to start with the red arrows because these caught me off guard. I went to London during the Queen's birthday celebration, so you're going to see a lot of Union Jacks, you're going to see a lot of people in London, so don't take this as a norm for how busy Westminster and Trafalgar are. From the Trafalgar Square you see the National Portrait Gallery to your left, and that goes across to Nelson's Column. If you ever want to know how to get to Westminster, look at what way Nelson is facing, then take the road directly in front of him. Nelson basically faced Big Ben, so they're basically aligned with one another, so follow that way and you basically end up at the Houses of Parliament. So Trafalgar Square has been featured on quite a few different movies. I think it also appears in The Mummy Returns. The lions, of course, being a symbol of England and the United Kingdom, a sign of strength, a kind of courage. And there you are, Big Ben is pretty much directly in front of Nelson. So Nelson directly looks at it. So if you ever get lost, you kind of start using them as beacons. I was winging it, I kind of already know where to go. So I'm one of those people who can go and just kind of go with the flow kind of thing. A lot of London kind of interconnects. So directly down the road you've got the Horse Guards. So if you want to go and see the changing of the guards, continue down the road that Nelson is looking at, and if you go at the right times you can see them changing over. Please be respectful of the Horse Guards. They have got a long, arduous job of standing there whilst you guys kind of wave at them. And of course the horses, you don't want to spook the horses. Because it is the Queen's birthday, there is a lot of policemen floating around, so you get to see the British kind of uniform. Also, we have mounted police, which I always think look amazing. They look so cool. The uniform looks cool, and of course the horses are really, really pretty. Downing Street, so you're wondering where 10 Downing Street is. This is where Theresa May was hiding out. There was again a protest going on. Generally during big events like this you will find protests going on. Of course our country is kind of in a little bit of unrest at the moment, so I was expecting something to the very least. And there is Westminster Chapel. A lot of big events have gone on. That also features in Da Vinci Code. So I thought Big Ben wasn't working, but apparently he is. The tower itself is just called the Tower. Big Ben is the name of the bell inside the clock tower. So some little facts about Big Ben. And you can hear him tolling pretty much every hour, every half hour, every quarter hour. I think he was quieter than usual because I'm pretty sure he is undergoing some kind of works. And that is the House of Commons. Our Parliament is basically divided into two houses, Commons and Lords. You must be elected into Lords, but I think pretty much any of the MPs can stand in the Commons. But you guys don't need to know too much about politics. I decided to start walking along South Bank. It's one of my favourite walks. I'm pretty sure I've got a video already of me walking along that from Kew. So towards South Bank you can basically head towards London Bridge, you can head towards the Globe, you can head towards St Paul's. I decided to head to St Paul's, and in the next video you'll see why, because the Museum of London is on the other side of St Paul's. So I'm trying to kind of give you guys a little bit of a understanding of where you can find things. So heading from Westminster across the bridge and South Bank, if you follow it down, you've got London Eye, you've got the dungeons, you've got the aquarium. So there's a lot of touristy events on the other side, which overlooks, of course, the North Bank. It was a very hot day, so I will apologise. My video is a little bit more bumpy than usual in places, and it's because it was naturally very, very busy because everyone's in London, it's sunny, and it's also a big event going on. So I was dodging a lot of people, so it's not my best camera work, I'm afraid. But hopefully you guys can forgive me. And hopefully you guys do find this kind of thing interesting. I always worry that my content's not very interesting yet. But hey, I'm trying. So from down there, down this side, you can basically see there's St Paul's, and to get to St Paul's you need to head to the Tate, and you need to basically cross at the Millennium Bridge. Now these columns are the remains of the rail bridge, which actually kind of fell through. So the bridge I'm under has the railway, I think it's Blackfriars, so that's above me, but the red pillars you saw were basically where they initially wanted the railway to go, but it just failed. So I decided whilst walking, I wouldn't go to my usual spot down at London Bridge. I decided to stop and go across. So this is the Millennium Bridge. So you see the little kind of wavy bridge. And of course there's Sky Garden. Yes, I know, I promised you Sky Garden. Haven't done it yet. I need to book it. You need to give 2 weeks notice. I still haven't had a chance to do that. So this is the Tate Modern. It's free pretty much, but if you want to see certain exhibits, you will have to pay for the special exhibits. And next to the Tate Modern is the Globe, where you can go and see Shakespearean plays, which are still hosted. So my final stop on the journey I decided would be St Paul's. St Paul's is very iconic to the UK, especially during World War II. So during the German Blitz, there was of course, increased bombings, like almost nightly at places. And this picture emerged as the policeman managed to get a bomb and he threw it off the actual roof to stop it exploding on the roof. So St Paul's remained as a symbol of British hope, as a symbol of its unmoving spirit and its ability to kind of make it through anything. So I'm stopping it here on a very high note, and I hope you guys will join me in the next video for the Museum of London and Covent Garden. Thank you guys, and I really hope you are having a good day or night.